Wilds of Eldraine pre-release pack. I am here at Addictive Behaviors in Eugene, Oregon, and we are hoping for more anime cards because you can open those in draft boosters. So let's see what we get. If you've been following any of the spoilers, we know some really fun cards for limited are the Gruff Triplets, so I wouldn't mind opening that. But starting off with a black and green D20. We've got an arena code, so if you'd like this code, go ahead and leave a comment down below and I'll pick a winner within the next 24 hours for this. And I've got Devouring Sugar Maw for my promo. Look at that. It's a 4-mana 6/6 black horror that has Menace and Trample. At the beginning of your upkeep, you may sacrifice an artifact, enchantment, or token. If you don't, you tap this dude down. But with all of the rolled tokens and the things that create tokens, I think you'll have some things to sacrifice in this format. Plus the adventure side creates a token, a human token and a food token. So, hey Jojo, hey NPP, thanks for hanging out in my YouTube live stream. If you've been part of my fabulous family for a long time, I used to do this on IG Lives way back before TikTok was around, before I was streaming on Twitch, so we're bringing it back. So yeah, I don't know, it's probably mirrored for you, which sucks, but oh well, that's life, right? So we've got some commons here. Ooh, Scream Puff, a 4/5 Death Touch. That could be good for limited. Oh no, the cards are readable? Oh, okay, that's good. No, I'm just on YouTube. I figured I'd try doing a live here because I believe the content will stay up. Oh, also in my draft, I had 3 of this guy that taps creatures down. Just always super solid and limited. So, I'll read out the cards when we get to the uncommons though. So, we're almost there to the exciting stuff. Okay, we've got, oh, Night of the Sweet Revenge. Cool. Makes it so you don't have to sacrifice your food and then you tap for mana and can pump a whole bunch of your creatures if you sacrifice it. Back for seconds, a sorcery where you can return 2 creature cards from your graveyard to the hand, or if you bargain it, you can put 1 onto the battlefield. That's pretty cool. It's 3 mana. Might get played. And Succumb to the Cold. Tap 1 or 2 target creatures an opponent controls. Put a stun counter on each of them. That's good. And I got a Mythic Dragon Realm Scorcher Hellkite for 6 mana. A 4/6 with bargain, flying, and haste. So it enters the battlefield. If it was bargained, you add 4 mana of any color combination. I will totally sacrifice a roll token to be able to get 4 mana on turn 6 after playing a 4/6. And it has kind of like pseudo fire breathing, but maybe better than fire breathing because you can just pay 2 mana and deal 1 damage to any target. This is what we call a bomb. My friends, if you don't know how to draft or play sealed, remember bread. Bombs, which is what this is, removal, evasion, aggro, duds. Polluted Bonds, I got that. Another rare enchanted Tails cards. Whenever a land enters battlefield under control, that player loses 2 life and gains 2 life. Well, I feel like I am going Rakdos, and I feel like with this first pack, that is somewhat fitting because Hobbs on Twitter posted a thing that they found on Facebook about what color Magic player you are based off of what car you drive. So I said, well, what's I said, what's a Mustang? Because the Mustang was not very well represented, and they said, probably Rakdos. Somebody said that. So, considering that was literally a conversation on the internet this morning, I feel like that's fitting. Alright, let's see what's coming next. Oh, here we go. Ego Drain. An instant. Target opponent reveals their hand. Choose a card, discard it, and if you don't control a fairy, you have to exile a card from your hand. Okay. Hand disruption. We've got Hearth Elemental, a 4/5 that costs X less to cast, where X is the number of cards in your graveyard that are instant sorcery or adventure, so it could be a lot less. And you can loot, kind of like a faithless looting. Stoke Genius. So you can feed stuff into your graveyard. I am so far from being Rakdos, though. Maybe. I know, I'm more Selesnya. But Rakdos, out of all the Return to Ravnica guilds, Rakdos was my second favorite behind Selesnya. Picnic Ruiner. When it attacks 2/2, while you control a creature with power 4 or greater, it gains double strike until the end of turn. That's very possible with some of the cards I've opened, and you can distribute 3+1/+1 counters. Yeah, I like Faithless Looting anyway, too. We got the Gruff Triplets! This is the card I talked about at the very beginning. Oh, it's triple green, but it puts out 3 bodies, and when they die, they get counters. Okay, so when in doubt, Jund them out, but with triple pips, I'm gonna have to make some decisions because this is 40 card seal deck. I know, another bomb, and I got a Leyline of Abundance. I'm just gonna open all of the rare Enchanting Tales cards. They aren't all rares in this slot, let me tell you. So yeah, whenever you tap a creature for mana, add an additional one. You can put counters on stuff. Maybe I'd play this. I don't know, but Guff Triplets seems really good. Yeah. And I got a foil conceded, which, okay. I've still got 4 packs left, yo. Okay. Has anybody else gotten to do a pre-release yet? I gotta say, I love Eldraine with all the storybook stuff, like Snow White and the Apple, or Ariette's Whisper. Got Hilda the Ice Queen. She's kind of like Elsa. Alright, we've got Seer Armont the Redeemer. A 4/4 legendary, and when it enters the battlefield, you create a monster roll token attached to a creature you control, which means the creature has +1/+1 and get tramples. And then enchanted creatures you control also get +1/+1. So it's a Voltron Lord, I guess you could say. Then we've got Tenacious Tomb Seeker. 3/2 is bargain. If it's bargain, when it enters the battlefield, return target instance or sorcery from graveyard to hand. Ooh, Eerie Interference. I like this one. It's kind of like a one-sided fog. And ooh, another red rare, Rotisserie Elemental. It is a 1-drop 1/1 with Menace, and it's got some text here. When it deals combat damage to a player, put a skewer counter on it, then you may sacrifice it. If you do, exile the top X cards, where X is the number of skewer counters. You may play those cards this turn. Kind of reminds me of Bullmat Courier, except you don't have to save mana open to pay for it. And you get to look at some cards, but only for that turn. They don't just go in your hand. It's okay. I don't know, what do y'all think of this? If you put, like, if it had a roll on it, then it would be like a 2/2 with Menace, but, you know. Ground Seal. Alright. I'm like, a 1/1 for Menace and limited, like, I feel like there's potentially some other commons or uncommons that are one drops that I might play at that spot. But a sleight of hand is reprinted at common. That's kind of cool. Okay. It's up there. We got 34 minutes left.
Thank you.
Yeah, we got tons of time.
Yeah.
That's why I'm doing the pack opening and not concerned. Alright, see here's, for example, Torch the Tower deals 2 damage to target creature or planeswalker if it was bargained and instead deals 3 damage and you scry 1. There is a 1-drop red spell that I would easily play over the Rotisserie Elemental in a limited format. Alright, Tanglespan Lookout. 2/3. When an aura enters the battlefield under your control, draw a card. Seems good. Playing Guff Triplets, I'll definitely be playing that card. Then I've got Ash, Party Crasher. 2/2 haste with Celebration. When it attacks, if 2 or more non-land permanents enter the battlefield, you put a +1/+1 counter on it. So that's cool. And we've got Picklock Prankster, a 1/3 flying vigilant fairy with an adventure to mill. Solid flyer for limited. And I got Hilda's Crown of Winter. Speaking of Elsa herself before this pack. So this is super cool for a limited format because better than that white creature I talked about in pack 1, you can tap down a creature for only 1 mana and the other one costs 3 and it costs 1 less to activate during your turn. So if you're using it aggressively, you just tap you don't have to pay 1, you just tap it. You can also sacrifice it to draw a card for each tapped creature your opponents control. Like, yeah, your favorite card from the set, NPP. I opened a foil borderless one in my pack opening collector booster box. I don't think I've uploaded that yet to my YouTube channel, but if you're watching this in the future or in the past or present, it should be up there soon. I did it live on Tuesday night on Twitch, so you could still watch the VOD if you want to see an unedited version of that. So yeah, I'm playing this no matter what color I run, and if you open it in your sealed pool, you should too. Alright, then we got Dark Tutelage. Beginning of your upkeep, you can reveal the top card of your library, put it into your hand, lose life equal to its mana value. Cool card draw, but potentially dangerous in a format like this. You think Adventure is a good mechanic? I agree with you, Devin. I really like Adventure, and I'm glad they brought it back. I think it gives you a lot of modality in cards, and I think cards that are popular have modality. When you look at things like Austere Command, or, you know, even Rankle from the... that was not, you know, Murderous Rider, Bone Crusher Giant, Brazen Borrower. All of the ones besides the Great Henge from the first Eldraine that are bangers have Adventure. So, speaking of, more cards with Adventure. Definitely Lost in the Warp says I did really well with Blue-Black Fairies last night. Gutted that I didn't get Hilda or the Crown. Well, I will definitely play the Crown in your honor then. And this whole... if you play red, it's not great, but Elemental isn't a bad 1-drop. Thank you, Dexter, for that. Yeah, if I feel like I have no low creatures, I might play it. Depending what type of pump spells I end up running, or tricks, combat tricks. I've got Twisted Fealty, a 3-mana active treason ability. Except you also create a wicked roll and attach it to up to 1 target creature. Hey, we've got Troyan. I do talk about him in something that is up on my channel currently, Story Time with Gina and Zena. We cover Troyan. He helps them go up a beanstalk, our heroes, Kellen and Ruby. So he's got some good card draw ability, but I don't know if I'll be playing blue today. Fairy Dream Thief, a 1/1 flyer. When it enters the battlefield, surveil 1, and you can pay 3 and exile it from your graveyard to draw a card and lose a life. So decent utility. I like cards that have utility like that. And our rare is Cruel Somnophage. Well, this supports me playing Rakdos. This is a star creature, which its power and toughness are equal to the number of creature cards in all graveyards. So, you know, if you've done 1 or 2 combats with a couple of 2 or 3 drops, he's only a 2-drop, so you could play him early, but you'd probably want to wait. He could be easily like a 4/4, depending on, or bigger. You can also, if I did play blue, mill cards to get stuff into their graveyard. Knightly Valor, you can enchant a creature, create a 2/2, and it gets +2/+2. Ooh, and that's pretty. A foil Spreading Seas. You can just make any permanent an island. An enchanted land an island. So also probably not as good in this format. We're not merfolk players. At least I'm not. That's a different channel. You know what I'm talking about. Alright, this is the last pack. That sounds about right. Okay, I think the last thing we need to tie this all together, either a manland, also, are we still calling them that anymore? Animate lands? Or what other good red, green, or black card do I want to open? Maybe the Descendant Dragon, just to match. Say your wishes for what I should open now, or forever hold your peace. We're almost to the uncommons. Alright, we got Ariet's Tempting Apple. 4 mana artifact when it enters the battlefield. Oh, and it is a type food. You gain control of target creature until end of turn. It gains haste. You can sacrifice the apple to gain 3 life, just like a food, and you can sacrifice the apple to make target opponent lose 3 life. They're so tempted. And the Witch's Vanity, going along with our black theme. I like this. It's removal. Destroy target creature and opponent controls with mana value 2 or less. Create a food token, and then create a Wicked Roll token attached to target creature you control. Okay. And last chance to put your card I should open in the chat. Take by Nightmares. Exile target creature. Yes, more solid black removal. If you control an enchantment, scry 2. That's automatically getting played. Alright. Oh, I would like to just throw out there, if I opened any anime art card, just randomly, that'd be cool. Right. Oh, nice. A red rare. Charming Scoundrel. A 1/1 for 2 with haste. And it's got some modality. When you enter the battlefield, choose 1. Discard and draw. Create a treasure. Or create a Wicked Roll token attached to a creature you control. So, and the Wicked Roll, just in case you don't remember, enchanted creature gets +1/+1 when this aura is put into the graveyard from the battlefield. Each opponent loses 1 life. So, just a little, it could be like a 2/2, essentially. Not bad. We still got another card in here. We got an Enchanting Tale slot. And we got another Dark Tutelage. So that's a wrap on the pre-release pack. Our foil was a basic. And I did get a food token, which is good. But, I mean, we got Polluted Bonds. We got the Dragon. We got Gruff Triplets. We got the Crown. My goodness. Displacer Kitten Wants a Hug. And that's it. If you enjoyed this stream and want to see my deck, let me know. I might put it up as a comment either here on YouTube or definitely on Twitter. And thanks so much for being here. You are fabulous.